through. Awesome. Okay, go ahead. All right. Hello, folks. I know this isn't the normal thing you would be seeing on our stream for this stuff, but we had a little bit of a technical difficulty during the session, unfortunately, for the literal first 3 hours. So I am going to do a small recap here to try and, get everyone caught up to speed on what happened in the first 3 hours, and then we will continue the stream per usual. I have with me today Stumbler, Warcloud, and Zone. They're going to be helping me a little bit with the recap because there's a lot that happened during this episode called Valuable Lessons. I'm gonna try and keep it so that there isn't any spoilers for later in the episode to the exact point that where my voice starts getting picked up again. So that everything isn't, you guys have everything you need. So for those of you who are with me today, believe this session started out. Oh, this was right after your guys's initial physical test, like your physical evaluation in the arena, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys weren't looking too hot afterwards. Kind of, a little bit of a mess. Um, guys had gathered they had gathered up back at the dorm rooms and were just kind of hanging out, trying to move past some things. And Keen's father came to visit. Keen, any thoughts or anything you want to add that specifically you particularly remember had happened during that interaction?
Nothing that I particularly remember other than just Aurelius just laid into Keen.
Yeah, kind of giving you that nine ringer on things that you could have done better, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And so, and shortly after that, I mean, the next day, you guys had, I believe, no, it wasn't the next day. Later in that night, after Corellius had left, you guys had met outside. Or was it that exact same night that you guys started training?
It was that same night.
Hmm. So, Corellius called. Oh, was it Keen? Was Keen the only PC in that group of five?
Um,
Okay, whatever.
no.
Guess we're
Um,
getting two songs here.
no. There were some that got pulled over to Sumisu, and some that got pulled over to Corellius. I think I was in Corellius' group as well.
Um, Workla, do you remember what group that Hiroto was a part of?
I think he was pulled to Sumisu.
Oh, okay.
Mistaken.
And was that when you and Usato were split up in groups, or were you two in the same group?
Oh, I do not remember.
Nope. Yep. Yep. You guys were. Yep. Never mind. Reading this here, it looks like Hiroto and Usato were chatting during it. That went well. And then not only did Brillius grill you, Keen, but later, once you guys reached the training area, Brillius kind of laid into everyone, which probably didn't help anybody's mood. Kind of break down and build back up mentality. Um, Memory is failing me.
This was a long time ago.
It was. So for those of you who are watching this little recap, this is about like 20 episodes, 30 episodes after this episode, and I just thought about doing this to fix it. Um According to the notes I have in front of you, Kotsky was the only one who was. Kotsky a part of your guys' was Corellius? Yeah, he was a part of Corellius' group too.
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah, and Kotsky I think was the only one who was being extremely hard on himself and owning up to those flaws. Jeez. Hey. Then I believe you guys also noticed after Sumisu had gathered her 5 that her and clearly Akia do not get along. Oh, I'm trying to remember what was said. Yeah, if I remember correctly, she was talking down about someone named Mingju. And Sumisu did not take kindly to that. Kind of, beat into the mud after that. What in... Oh, I know what's going on here with the music.
You do?
I do. I didn't just give you a song, I gave you a playlist.
Correct.
Oopsie. Go ahead and clear that quick. I'm gonna fix that. Look at that, guys. Here's, the 20, 30 episodes in, and we're still working with technical problems. Jesus Christ. I just want this song. Okay. Control C. Alrighty. Don't mind all this information you guys are gonna see here in a second. Tumblr's kind of my music guy right now. There you go. That should just be a song.
Got it.
Nonetheless, that was not going all too well for little Miss Akia there, a little Spitfire. But if you guys have anything you guys want to add, feel free.
No, because
Everything seems right.
Yeah, because Corellius and Sumisu took their 5, were giving them drills and training, and Akia tried to be a smartass. Did not go well for her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, looking at that, they were made to, forced to jog back, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back to the dorms, and then, girls and guys kind of split up to their own side.
Yeah, if I remember right, Kotsky got some bunch of shit in his hair or something.
Oh
Well, that-
yeah, because the battlefield, the training ground was so covered in mud and blood that he had like red hair because it was dyed in, kinda.
Yeah, that's right.
Aye.
Told him just let it soak for a while.
Yeah, so
Hopefully
Hiroto,
it'll come out.
hopefully.
Jeez.
Yeah, so Hiroto, Akatsuki, and Keen all went to take a bath.
Yeah. There's some other details we have found out recently, but we won't get into that on this. Don't worry, guys. In about 20, 30 episodes, you'll understand why. Um. All right. And that is when I think. Oh, afterwards, you guys went out to the Ember, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
Did everyone go?
Most of the team went, I think.
Pretty sure Akia was one of the few that stayed behind, though.
No, hold on. They were chatting in the dorm about having gone to the Ember, because Keen had asked about the group that Hiroto talked to there.
Oh, that's right.
Because Keen saw him talking with, he didn't know her name at the time, but Mako.
That's right. Yep. No, sweetheart. That was not an invitation.
Yes. So Hiroto starts to open up to the group about Mako and the kids, that being his family.
I don't think he really opened up as much as he was kind of forced into a situation where he had to tell us because she was just staring at him. If I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
Yeah. But
Oh.
Keen and Hiroto kind of came to a bit of a compromise there, where Keen agreed to protect them too, as long as Hiroto didn't keep shutting the squad out.
It was a very tenuous pact, if I remember correctly.
At first, yes.
Definitely.
Understatement of the year, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, and then there was understanding counting.
Oh, Masaru. Oh, buddy.
Look. I never said he was book smart.
That is fair.
At the time, he was very much not.
Yeah, I think like what
Yeah.
was it, a 6?
Oh yeah.
6 in intelligence. Key.
Oh yeah.
Hey, yee! Ooh, duh.
Masaru is technically sentient.
Technically.
Just barely.
Oh, yeah, the technicality.
Yeah, and if I oh, and then you guys got to talking about the finer things.
Yeah, what they wanted in life.
Yeah, and I kind of explained to them why Isado was the way that he was.
Yeah, he kind of wanted the nicer things because he had,
Hand-me-downs and rags.
didn't have them. Yeah. Masaru was the one that, if I remember correctly, was like,
Yeah.
And Akatsuki just wanted, I think it was answers.
Truth.
What was the truth about?
I do not remember.
This would be wonderful if, Oda was here with us right now.
Wasn't it something
Right.
about his past or something? Maybe. The truth about his wasn't it about who he was related to?
Oh, that could be, because at this time, Keen was like, dude, look at your name. Look at your face. Look at Akia. Hello?
Yeah. Yeah.
Make him to understand that they're twins.
Oh yeah, that did happen, didn't it?
Yep.
Well, yeah, it happened. You guys just... That's figuring that stuff out, I believe, comes in a later episode, though.
Well,
Slightly later.
Yeah.
right, but he was always curious why they had the same hair and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm. The one eye that Akia has that's good was, exact same coloration and everything.
Yep.
Roughly the same
Mhm.
body build, even.
Like, why are they both Satoko? Why do they look alike? Why do they both have white hair and blue eyes?
Right, right.
Of course, at this point, you know, getting out of the bath, poor Akatsuki's hair is not white.
No.
It's dyed red.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We don't share the same hair color anymore.
There was also what seems to be a private conversation shortly after I had left the bath between Keen and oh, who is this?
I don't know who's who.
Keen and oh shoot, one of the first gals that.
Akia.
No, that was not private.
No, it wasn't with Akia.
Oh,
Was it
right.
Machiko?
I think so, yeah.
I think that was just Keen asking about Akia.
Yeah, because they shared the same, dorm side, technically.
Yeah.
From what I'm looking here, Hiroto convinced Usato to help without talking to Akia? Does anyone remember that? Man,
I don't remember what he was helping with.
Something, clearly. Yeah, then after that, it got to the point, I think afterwards you guys had gotten out of the bath. Was it the next day that the tense conversation happened, or was it the same night?
It was the same night.
Yeah,
Because, yeah, because weren't they getting ready for dinner?
I think they were getting ready for dinner, and you went to go get her or something?
Yeah. And she just kind of gave him attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sum up most of that conversation. God, I hate summing that up. It was like a whole 5 minutes of good roleplay.
It was amazing.
It was rough.
Yeah, it
The
was.
fear I felt from listening to it was amazing.
It was very raw.
Most of it was in a very raw sense. Akio was explaining how, she didn't even want to be here.
Yeah.
She didn't want this. She didn't want to be a Shinotenshi. She just wanted to be a normal person, be left the fuck alone. I don't remember exactly what you had said, Keen. You had said something to her.
I really wish I'd written that down.
Uh-huh. You were probably telling her about, well, you got out, or it was something along the lines of, I mean, you've had a pretty decent life, or this or that.
Right, especially because at that point she'd been living under his roof for 15 years.
Like, she had to move on or something like that. And she brought up the fact that, you didn't live with a drunk mother who blamed you for everything. You weren't a disappointment in everything you did. You didn't have to deal with the mother who was always disappointed that would, when she got really drunk, beat the shit out of her.
And all of that was news to Keen.
Yeah, it was a lot to hear. And then after that, she explained an instance where she had gotten into a fight with, I believe it was a half Oni kid. Because I don't think she was getting into fights with full adults and shit like that, but she had gotten in a fight with, when she was younger, this Oni kid, and this kid fucking shattered her eye socket. Just the orbital socket was destroyed. And instead of Lee asking, if she was okay, it was more of a, did you finish the fight? Did you hold up the Sutoka name? Were you less of a parent and more of like that boxing coach? And
Yeah. But Lee showed absolutely no sympathy for Akia's condition.
no. And it was after that that I believe it was Lee went out of her way without asking Akia, and instead of just kind of getting the eye removed, got her an eye that would progress her Shino Tenshi capabilities. Hence why. Which?
I can't say that because it's kind of giving a little too much away, but unfortunate. Because what happens later, ugh.
Yeah. Don't worry, you guys will be witness to that crap too. And then meanwhile, during all of this, like, just in the other room, everyone's just sitting there in ear silence during this yelling match from the other room. Doors are closed, and basically everyone could hear it like they were right next to each other.
Yeah, because
it was so bad that at one point Hiroto was just like, nah, fuck this. I'm out. I don't want to listen to this crap.
Yeah, because Akia is trying to shut everyone out while giving them just enough to say, hey, this is what's going on, to get them to get off of her back.
Right.
Mhm.
And they just kept raising their voices, escalating at each other.
Yeah, because, Keen came from that household where, much as parents were busy, at least they showed interest in Keen's life. Besides,
Right.
As a matter of fact, instead of, forcing him to be a Shino Tenshi, instead, his father and mother, almost advised against it. Saying that you just weren't old enough or ready.
But of course, Keen is just as stubborn as his father.
I think stubborn is understating it just a little bit.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, Aki is just kind of getting really worked up and upset, because I think, Keen was supposed to be that first person after she finally got away from her mother that was, actually listening. And now it just seemed like Keen was getting up on his high horse. And Aki was not a fan.
Which, understandable.
Meanwhile, you've got even Usato in the other room was very quiet and very uncharacteristic for him.
If I remember correctly, too, a couple of the team were next to the door trying to get a, listen a little bit better.
Yeah.
It would appear that it would have been Akatsuki.
I think it was.
I've got the video pulled up right now, yeah. No, Akatsuki's like right next to the door.
Oh no.
I'm in this general area on the video, and yeah, Akatsuki is kitty corner right next to the door, seemingly trying to listen in, while everybody else is sitting, and Hiroto has walked out just a little bit ago.
Yeah.
And I think what the thing that you had said, Keen, that I think may have shoved her over the edge during the argument was that you don't think a Beverett doesn't come, or the name Beverett doesn't come with stipulations to uphold.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And her response was basically, yeah, but the Sutoka name has more.
Yeah. Because Lee, at the time of all this happening, is, the empress of the Shino Tenshi country. And just Keen's just not getting it. Since you've got the video pulled up, and I don't want to make extra noise on this end, you got any other information that's coming from Keen?
So far from what he has said is that I guess I haven't really seen it that way, or I never really understood it from that perspective.
So, Akia's temper
It
tantrums
does.
slash.
At this point, it does seem to be toning down a little bit because Keen's admitting to like not understanding certain aspects of like getting clothes and shopping and shit like that. Just like your common day, everyday things, not being able to do them without getting some kind of looks or
Yeah, 'cause
things like that.
she was always under scrutiny because,
Yep.
yeah, everyone looks at, Keen and they're like, oh, look it's the child of the general. But everyone looks at Akia and all the other Sutokas and they go, oh, that's the Empress's kid. Yeah, I remember this because Akia always struggled to make friends as well because everyone was either intimidated or wanted to show up the Empress's kid because it made them, look better, stronger. They could take on the strongest person in this entire country's kid and win. And yeah, like said, that's where we feed back into the she had gotten in that fight, her orbital socket was destroyed, and where Akia went to go get comfort from her mother basically said, "Well, did you hold up our name?" And that did not sit well. It's a big dramatic event for that got brought out by Akia.
Yeah.
After this,
And of course, Keen had never seen that side of Lee.
yeah, because Lee's really good at putting on that, fake, which would, when, on the very rare occasion she'd come over for dinners or check up on Akia or all these other things, she always had a tendency to put on that show. Oh, fucking Christ. But after that, if I remember correctly, Hiroto then had taken his walk, heading
During that.
Yeah, during that, Hiroto had taken a walk out to where Mako was staying with the two kids. Do you remember? Do you want to put any input on what was talked about there?
Just skip forward a bit. So, still at the area in the video where the two of them basically hug it out. She goes to bed early, and then we go to break.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Yeah, I think that was the first really raw episode we had.
Yeah.
Kind of wish I remembered exactly what Aki had said to fucking Sumisu to just fucking send her over the edge. We all know Sumisu isn't angry. It could be, be an angry person, but she's usually pretty collected.
Right?
And I think that was also part of the reason why Aki was on edge because, it's a big reminder of her past. I mean, Sumisu laid Aki out on the fucking ground.
Oh yeah, because she made the comment about Mingzhu and then immediately just decked her.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Mingzhu had said something along the lines of, like that's her sister or something like that. Not Mingzhu, Sumisu, but like, yeah, she did not take kind. It was probably something along the lines of Akia saying something like, "And look at where that got her," or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's almost verbatim what it was, I think.
Yeah, and Sumisu was basically trying to get her to understand, hey, that woman died so you could be alive today. Don't you dare fucking talk about my sister like that. And I think I'm okay with sharing this. Sumisu holds this kind of regard for her sister because, well, her sister basically saved her fucking life in previous years. Helped her escape some dark shit.
Yeah.
At about this point in the video, there's a lot of explanations coming from you. That's just a lot of silence, though.
Yeah.
And you didn't have like the game board pulled up, so I'm not able to see what was going on there. But a lot of us are just sitting there quietly listening to what you're saying.
Bad.
Not a whole lot of people talking up, so.
Yeah, because the only thing I really have on that was that Hiroto and Mako were reminiscing about, previous times.
And then fade to black.
I don't know what you're talking
Talking about how Hiroto is not quite normal.
All right, yeah.
Right before dawn.
Curiosity here. Masaru, during that time, looking at the notes I have in front of me, did you go for a walk after all this? Because it's just hard to
Yes.
hear. Yeah,
Yes,
you
I
did. You did, and you ran into a woman with black hair and purple eyes
Yep.
who recognized you and asked who your teacher was. And this turns out to be Shizue Egoya. Now, Sumisu, it's well known that Shizue is Sumisu's adoptive daughter. For context, Egoya is a particular sister's husband's last name. So, now we meet the daughter of, well, the person Akia fucking basically berated earlier and got beat for it. Remember you had been talking to Shizue and she had, probably, I don't remember exactly what she had asked you.
She asked me who my teacher was, and I ended up responding with Corellius, and then she ended up responding with, it could probably be worse. She had a certain someone as her teacher.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I do notice that, I think your clan got brought up as well.
Yeah, but all I could say was, because I personally didn't know anything.
Yep.
Remember anything at that point?
Nope.
Yeah.
And
So it was
then-
all just like,
And then it was brought up that your sword was extremely influential and a very long history. Not to mention, she also mentioned that she works at the library.
Yeah. But at that point, I was kind of more just. I was trying to pay attention, but my attention span was that of a goldfish. So.
I think a goldfish had a longer attention span than you did at the time.
Depends on what was happening. Because that fight in the arena was fun.
That was amazing.
Good lord, you two going over the edge like that. But yeah. Whew. And then I believe that was just an entire week after the whole Mako visit and Masaru's conversation with Shizue and Keenan Akia's little spat.
Little bat.
Okay, big spat. Is that better?
Yeah, there we go.
Major spat. I believe you guys, it was just kind of a quick time skip of an entire week's worth of training for you guys. Oofta. Now, mind you, folks, I understand that this isn't giving you every ounce of detail, and I really, 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 really wish that I could, and that the technical problems hadn't come up. I hope that this here, like us talking about this here, kind of gives you a little bit of a understanding what happened in, well, the first 3 fucking hours of this session here. So I understand that this session's technically really short. And again, you get my sincerest apologies. I believe, considering when we're doing this right now, we've only had one other instance of this problem. Not the same problem, but a similar problem. And me and Zone took care of a little bit of recap on that, because a lot of it focused a lot around Masaru and some things from his past and his character and stuff like that. Other than that, if we have any more issues like that, like, I'll try to get those worked out. Hopefully we don't have technical issues like that, and I appreciate every single one of you for taking the time to watch this video. This is like my life and blood and hard work, everything just all in one, and so having people, you know, actually watch it and enjoy this is just amazing, and it's very surreal for me to, you know, have people who are enjoying the creative process of which is my messed up brain. Welcome to my therapy session.
Be specific. The time that it goes that you find out and turn your voice back on is exactly 3 hours, 11 minutes, and 56 seconds.
Yeah, it's
Oof.
that's when Warcloud's wife messaged me and was like, "Hey, your video's all fucked up," and I was like, "Goody, yay, fuck me." But again, if you guys, you know, like I said, I hope this catches you guys up a little bit for, you know, future sessions, and gives you a brief understanding of the characters, some little bit of character growth and stuff like that for the future and what happens, and being able to link that back to some of these, you know, conversations, these growth moments, these moments of pain, turmoil, stuff like that, you know, just relate a little more for some of you that, you know, go through similar things. And, you know, just enjoy the story. I will say this here. Things get very interesting from here on out. So keep on watching, and you're gonna
Help us.
you'll be joining all of us in our tears, rage, happy, the whole works, and, you know, 2 extra characters. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the session, and we will see you soon. Thank you, guys. Alright, sweetheart, you're gonna have to get down. Akia skateboards off. Yuseido's actually been kind of distant too. He's not flirting with any of the girls. Not even trying.
Kind of just tap him on the shoulder. You good?
Oh, yeah, just studies, you know, right? I'm fine. Fine, jeez. I'm just trying to make sure I don't drag all you down with me. Alright?
Playing.
Yup. 13 shouldn't be too hard to beat, though. Never mind. I stand corrected.
Never underestimate the dice.
Oh.
You're sure?
He is very hard to read right now. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to, fucking cause more strife. There's plenty of it already amongst everybody. I mean, let's be honest. He leans over, cups his hand. There's enough tension between you and that Keen dude to fucking cut with a knife.
Maybe.
No, not maybe.
Meh.
Maybe you should go fucking talk to him. And
Not much to talk about.
this is the point in the conversation when you realize that it's been flipped on you. I mean, you gotta practice your communication skills somehow, right?
Just that look.
I'm gonna go now.
Oh,
Damn, all the silence.
I didn't know if there was anything else that was going to be happening.
You say to left.
Right?
If nobody says anything to Keen, he's heading to the skate park too.
Ironically, if nobody stops you as you're getting there. You see Usato just arriving. And he sits down on a bench next to Akia. Make me a perception check, Keen. You notice off in the distance a lady with long white blondish hair and braids. Half of the head is shaved, tribal tattoos, and a big scythe on her back. She's kind of leaned against a tree, watching.
Oh boy.
And as you look at her, her eyes literally turn and lock on. Then she just turns and looks back to Akia and Usato.
God damn it, I hate when you give me choices.
You got 3 of them right now.
Uh-huh. Or, actually, I could ignore it all.
You
Can
won't.
you?
Shut the hell up.
You won't. And with that
You could.
perception check,
But
you
would-
actually notice there's a female who's also at the skate park, who's got surprisingly bright purple eyes.
Would he have met her before? Yeah, he would have.
With quite a bit of time ago, though.
Yeah, might not recognize her.
Yeah, I know, she looks a lot different.
God damn you.
5 options. Really, there's only 4. Well, while you're making a decision,
Yep.
Akatsuki, as you're heading back, you notice Midori's not with the group. You may make a perception check if you would like.
Yeah. We're gonna do that.
Not with advantage.
It's not with advantage.
I'm calling someone else out.
I took the first number.
I know.
Hey.
As you're kind of looking around, you notice some hair ribbons disappear into an alley.
He's gonna follow, but not immediately try to catch up. Just kind of watching.
You're tailing her. Got it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me an acrobatics check.
Oh boy. Okay.
As you come around the corner and you notice her basically jump off one wall, then another one on top of a garbage can, and then leap over a fence and onto a building and continue going.
Oh, that's not gonna go well at all.
Nope.
You try to leap off the wall, it doesn't work. You catch the side of the garbage can, pull yourself up, barely pull yourself over the fence.
I can just imagine a lot of noise when he's trying to be very quiet.
Yeah, as the rest of you are walking back to the house, you just hear...
Maybe just...
And you look down the alleyway and you see Akatsuki trying to parkour over a fence. It's not working. He's literally like...
No one said he was graceful.
No, nobody did.
I'll approach him. You good, Akatsuki?
Yes, I'm perfectly fine.
Stands back up.
Yep, just, just completely, like, nothing, like, everything that just happened didn't happen at all. It's just like, nope, everything's fine.
But here is, are you going to act like it never happened?
It's kind of hard to act like that just didn't happen.
Is there a reason why you're trying to climb the wall?
What do you mean?
Well,
And then you hear a familiar whoop that you guys kept hearing constantly from the when you guys were in the little battle thing, and up on the wall, Machiko's standing up there. Yeah, he's trying to follow Midori.
I'm not gonna be able to get used to you doing that.
What? It's not that hard. For me. And she'll somersault through the air and land right next to you, Akatsuki, with no problems.
Well then, yes, I've been worried about her.
Then go after her.
Well, that's what I was trying to do.
Try again. You just gonna let her get away?
No, she's my best friend.
She looks over at you, Hiroto. Do you think he can actually get over it? It's about a 25-foot building.
It'll take a few attempts.
Yeah,
I'm
but he'll
sure.
probably lose her by then, won't he?
Unfortunately, yeah.
You know, I'm right here.
I'm aware.
Same.
Then what do you two suggest?
Don't
I
take the
point to
same
her.
exact route. Or ask for help.
Well, some help would be nice. I'm not used to doing all of this.
Good job!
Don't patronize me.
Are you coming with too?
I've got somebody else I gotta find.
You say it?
Yeah.
Seems like we all got troubled friends. Goody. And pats you on the shoulder, Akatsuki, and both of you, whoop. And she walks through
They
the wall.
disappear, just nothing I ain't used to.
And as you say that, she just kind of stops as she's about to walk through the wall. Akatsuki.
I walk away, not realizing that they're still technically there.
Akatsuki. Down this way, take a left. There's an alley. You'll go down that alley. There's a 5-foot tall fence that you should be able to climb over.
Oh, okay.
And then you'll probably be able to follow her by going right, going down into a tunnel that leads down to the subway, and then come back up on the other side of the street, and she's probably in the bakery over there. Good luck!
Okay. And he'll go and follow the directions that she gave.
And as you're walking away, Hiroto, you just hear behind you, zzz. You know I can hear you when I'm in the void plane, right?
I figured.
You were purposely guilt-tripping me, weren't you?
No. Just speaking my mind.
They always disappear. Whatever. How are you? What's on your mind?
Alright. What makes you think there's something wrong with me?
Well, I don't know. You're chasing after the boy that you chose to try and take out during the test. You also seem very worried, almost like a parental figure would.
Tends to happen when you're the one that takes care of him the most. And I'm actually part of his life.
So what's wrong?
No, he's not quite acting like himself.
Suppose, yeah, he's not
If I had
flirting
to
with us
guess,
as much.
he's... Yeah. If I had to guess, he's probably fallen for her pretty hard.
For who? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. After the argument last week. He's been different ever since.
Check the skate park.
Kinda figured.
You want to get there easy?
Sure.
Still feels weird.
I don't think I'll ever get used to that.
Well, as soon as about a minute's up, you'll pop back out.
Sounds good.
Be safe.
Thanks.
Yep. And then as you're walking Masaru, you just hear zip, and she appears in front of you guys, starts walking.
You can do that.
Hachimitsu, you're just figuring this out?
Well,
She was doing it throughout the entire test.
I was preoccupied.
Oh, I know.
I was running around the entire arena.
I know. Remember I was there?
Yeah,
Well,
it's a cool arena.
time to get more of those things done at home, right? Go get the homework done. Come on.
Fine. He knows it's not. He's not gonna win. He just knows. was gonna go back to punching trees today.
You don't need to punch trees.
And what do you suggest to do?
Fix your brain.
Why would I need a brain when I could just punch a tree?
I'll let you figure that one out on your own. Come on.
Okay.
Gotski, you follow the directions. Get over the 5-foot fence. It's difficult, but you make it over eventually.
Yeah.
As soon as you get to that shop, you see Meadery is sitting in a corner, one of the back corners, with a steaming tea, kind of just sitting there staring off into space, with a look on her face that you've never seen. It's not anger. It's not really worry. The best way to explain it is empty. And you realize, have you ever asked about Meadery's parents or family? I figured as much.
Never really came up. No.
I may have taken some.
Akatsuki's going to enter the shop and
As
just
you enter,
fair.
you see a gentleman standing behind the counter. Let me go grab a quick photo here for description.
Oh dear.
You find a young gentleman with short blonde hair, pale skin, black coat with like gold etchings on it. Kind of sitting at the counter doing some semblance of paperwork? Not quite sure. He's got like pointed ears, but they're not long pointed ears. And his eyes are a brilliant green. Completely zoned out, and you hear him saying something. Well, if I could only just make the engine run like this, we might be able to make it last longer, go long distances. Ooh, we could even make the subway go to other cities. Oh, that's an interesting thought. Jot that down. I wonder what old man Eingees would say. God, it was nice bouncing ideas off of him.
I have a feeling Akatsuki would know exactly who this is.
Or do you know who this is?
Akatsuki might be able to get an idea just from hearing that talk.
Also, I can make the sunscreen last hours longer, too. That would be helpful, too. Write that note down. Flip.
Just...
And then you hear from the back a familiar female voice, because she happened to go visit a particular person you trained under for a while to talk about Phoenix Mancy. Lycan, I swear to gods, if you're not paying attention to the counter again, I'm going to kick your ass. Your inventions can wait till later. No, totally not. Oh, hi. What can I do for you?
You're Lycan Parker.
Yep. That's me.
I'm so sorry. I'm a huge fan of your work.
Good to know.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Keep going.
You've done so much, not just for mankind in general, but Oni kind. It's astounding. I've read your biography, and I just never thought I'd actually...
Wait a minute! You're the one who was doing tutelage under Karma, weren't you? How is that guy doing, by the way? How is my brother?
Well, I haven't spoken to Mr. Karma in quite some time, but...
Please, you can just call him Karma. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It won't bother him none.
Well, I haven't spoken with him in quite some time, but the last I checked, he was doing very well.
By the way, would you like to test something for me?
Sure.
Just reaches under the counter, pulls out this bottle of lotion. I want to see if this will work longer in the sun.
Okay.
It's still sunscreen. It's the same formula, just a little more of this and a little more of that, and not a little less of anything. That'd be bad. Probably wouldn't work then. But if you want to just try this out, it might be really helpful to research and make it, so that I can make it so that it would last longer for other Oni to be out in the sun, and then maybe Lee wouldn't be so grumpy all the fucking time. That'd be probably a big help. I wonder. Oh, Corellius might actually come out of the house more, too, instead of just sitting there bitching at his kids constantly or, being a pain in the ass. Am I the only one who's gotten sane? I am so sorry. I went on. Anyway, did you want anything from the shop?
He's... he's completely starstruck, because, he's just trying to... Gears are trying to turn.
Point, a white-haired female with, lavender skin pokes her head out with these antlers, very long antlers, coming out of her head. Lycan, what are you doing? Sorry, Pamera, I'm trying to sell him bread. Right? I was like this loaf of bread right here, puts the lotion under the bread. Very cheap price. Really good quality.
Yes. She's just trying to go along with it. He's just trying to process everything that just happened. So he'll just kind of take the bread and the lotion, just okay.
Only just a small 5 silver price. No, it wasn't 5 silver. It was 4. You dimwit. You're right, honey. Yeah, just 4 silver. Discount for trying to overcharge you. 3 silver. Just 3 silver. Yeah.
He'll just hand him the money and just be like, and just kind of back away. Okay. Brain is starting to overload a bit. Just trying to remember why he was here.
As you back away, you happen to notice the table, as everything snaps back, is empty.
Well.
And meanwhile, you can hear Lycan and apparently his wife arguing in the back of the shop. Well, more like Lycan kind of getting chewed out for saving his work for not at the shop.
It's like, okay, got distracted, but let's get back on track. And since he doesn't see Midori anymore, he's just like, okay, so.
And as you're about to leave, Machiko walks in the store in a baker's outfit. Oh, Mikatsuki, hi.
Hi, Machiko.
Oh, yeah, this is how I've got to get to work. Excuse me.
Right, sorry.
And then you hear, Machiko, why were you late? Your shift started like 20 minutes ago. Sorry, boss. Yeah, I just had some things going on and got a little sidetracked. I'm here now? Machiko, we've been over this. Punctuality is key. I understand your father struggles with it sometimes, but you don't have to take everything from your dad. Not everything. I don't talk to beings that aren't there. I'm sorry, Dad. Oh, yeah, none taken. None at all.
At this point, Akatsuki's it's like, okay, this has been. It's just gonna walk away. He's gonna leave now. His brain is thoroughly fried from that whole interaction, but in like the best way possible.
I think someone else's is amused. That smile tells me everything I need to know. Anyway, Keen. Yeah, we've wrapped back around.
Yep. He'll actually go talk to Sumisu.
Her eyes don't leave Akia as you walk up to her.
You know, some of us aren't doing this for the fame.
Yeah, I know.
Yet you acted like that was the only reason.
Of course not. But don't tell me you don't want recognition.
I mean, some wouldn't be bad. But that's not the goal.
Not for all of you.
You're saying for someone on the squad it is.
Of course it is.
Sato the flirt.
So you do pay attention.
Try to.
Let me guess, you think I'm being too hard?
No, I don't know, maybe. Just struck a chord.
So what do you think I should do? Slap on the wrist?
You've been doing this longer than me, I don't know.
I'm asking you. Do you know what used to happen to people who disobeyed or talked back to their generals or captains? Especially when the necrotic squad existed?
Not specifically, but I know the punishments were a lot more severe.
They were beheaded. Publicly. You left out of the house after curfew. You're beheaded. You got someone pregnant. The baby was killed. And then you were beheaded.
What?
I didn't say it made sense.
How do you build an army if you kill your soldiers?
Fear can motivate a lot of people to do a lot of things.
Yeah, I suppose it can.
What do you want, Keen?
Do something worthwhile and help people.
Okay. It's a very, very noble gesture. Will not deny that.
Gesture.
Yes. question is do you accept all the risks that come along with it?
I'd be here if I didn't.
Have you seen real combat?
No.
Good. And I hope you never do.
If we're never gonna see combat, then why train?
To be ready if it happens. We split the continent on purpose.
That's another thing. Mattia doesn't even want to be here.
I'm aware. But my higher ranking official told me to train her.
So we listen to the boss.
Not empty-headedly or blindly. But yes. This country is still very unstable. We're new. If fighting breaks out between us, what's to stop the emperor of the other country from marching down here and taking back everything? And Keen, do you know what's happening in the other country right now?
They don't tell me a lot about it, no.
They're enslaving the likes of you.
Funny?
Every Oni-blooded person. They're enslaving elves,
What?
scarlet eyes, people who speak out or talk for them, magical beings. Anything that might be a threat. I can't get involved in the Sutoka family business. That is the Sutoka family stuff to take care of.
Does she even recognize what she's doing to her daughter?
I don't know. Lee's a very secretive woman.
I know.
I can't exactly blame her either. Lee's lost a lot. Though, yes, we all have.
Sorry.
But Lee lost everything. Got everything back. Then had it taken away from her again. And it never stopped taking. Now, I don't condone what Lee's doing with her family. Neither does your father. There's only so much we can do.
I suppose that makes me feel a little better.
We gotta remember here, it's our job to make sure you turn out to be fine warriors. Not just so that you can fight for this country, but so that you can protect yourself. When I said you have never seen real combat, and I hope you don't, I lost my sister on that battlefield. My twin sister. That's a part of me I'm never gonna get back. Ever. I don't want to see Lee's daughter turn out the same. I don't want to see you turn out the same.
Why do I help her?
Honestly, right now, be there when she's ready. You can't force it. You can't fix her, Keen. Trust me, I tried. I know you've heard the story, but Mingzhu's only sister couldn't even fix her when she was in a funk. It was the Chaos Gremlin Lycan that fixed her.
I don't even want to think about how that works.
Believe it or not, Mingzhu and Lycan had a lot in common. A lot of us did. We were all troubled kids. With troubled pasts. With a lot of expectations put on us. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
The only difference was we were from the ages of 10 to 16.
Maybe things are better now then.
They're better and they're not. You'll understand in time. I've already said too much, and if Lee finds out I told you what was happening in the other country, well, let's just say she won't be a happy camper.
I will keep my mouth shut.
Say this much. One gift I got from my sister before she died. I got hope. And she looks at the skate park. Didn't even recognize her, did you?
She looks at Shizue, you mean?
Yep.
Many years. No, I didn't.
She's in charge of information gathering, intel, and now leads the library, as well as the spy sect.
That all seems to fit nicely together.
Does, doesn't it?
Because where else do you keep information but a library?
What I'm trying to say, as much as those of us who are made mistakes, we're not doing the harsh things we're doing now because we're disappointed in you. We're doing it because we see a part of ourselves that hurt ourselves. Akia, for instance. She's acting just like her mother when her mother first joined the Corps.
Cold, distant, angry at everyone?
Yep.
What helped her?
Time and patience. And family.
I can do one of those.
No, you can do both. You can do all of them. Because you can't fix her. Trust me. Your father tried to do the same for Lee.
How'd that work?
Let's just say it got worse before it got better.
So don't push too hard.
Don't think I need to answer that question. And she pulls out the big scythe, swings it, and disappears. At this point, Hiroto, you marching up to the skate park, and you see Sato sitting on a bench with Akia. Make a perception check to see Keen. You see Keen.
Okay.
You're not trying to hide right now.
No.
And I guarantee your passive stealth is not over 19.
No.
I didn't think so. You see him just kind of look at the air with this very confused and then like, Yup.
Walk up to Usato. And I forget her name.
Akia.
Akia, yeah.
Keen, you turn around. Now Hiroto's a part of the mix too. They just keep coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, they do. He'll meander over.
Oh, now all four of you are there.
Yep.
Akia just kind of looks over her shoulder. I'm gonna go catch some jumps. Thanks for coming, I guess. You said I'll just kind of give her a nod. And then she goes off, hops on the board, and starts riding the ramps.
Usato, do you know how to ride a skateboard?
Not a clue.
Man.
She does.
I know.
Are you afraid to ask her?
Afraid to ask her what?
To teach you? Yeah, you are.
Alright.
Try not being so forceful. This time.
Yeah, okay.
Quick question, Keen. How much
Yeah.
do those even cost?
Oh, about 30 gold pieces. He just rattles it off.
Thank you.
Depends on if you're getting a good one or not.
Yeah, there's some a little cheaper. There's some more
Don't get the
expensive.
cheaper ones.
Don't get the cheaper ones.
I don't know nothing about skateboarding except for what she just told me. She said the ones that are actually worth it for beginners is about 30 gold pieces, like you. And she also told me where her shop was.
Sada, how much do you have on you?
You know, you could just say you want to talk. But I have 15.
Why don't you go get yourself one, and I'll give him my 15.
You sure?
What, are you scared to ask her to teach you?
Hell no.
I'm
She already said she would let me borrow one of her boards tomorrow. Akia does not borrow out her boards, by the way. Ever.
Nope. Nope. Must be pretty special to her then.
Huh?
Just shut up and go.
Just go.
Okay. He'll stand up and leave you two there by the bench.
Thoughts on the situation?
Oh, they like each other.
Take a seat. Why do you think I gave him the fucking gold?
I hope it helps them.
I'm sure it will.
And as you're sitting there, Shizue flips the board up next to you guys. Well, 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 if this isn't Little Keen.
Oh, hi, Shizue. I haven't seen you in years.
Good. Means I'm doing my job right.
So I've heard.
Let me guess, you talked to Mom, didn't you?
Maybe a little.
She's got a big mouth. That's why I don't give her any other information than what I've been told is allowed to be shared.
Yeah, well, sometimes sharing a little information helps people.
Sometimes. Who's your friend?
This is Hiroto.
Well, hello, Hiroto. I am Shizue Agoya. She holds out a hand. What, you don't shake hands? I'm Sumisu's niece / daughter. It's complicated. Not really.
Our families is complicated.
You both spoke at once. One at a time, please.
Seems to be a lot of that going around.
Well, after my mother, she was really the only one left. So, Keen, how's training going?
It's rough.
First week usually is. Hell, the first year usually is.
We have, well, my half of my squad has Lee and your mother.
Yeah?
Yep.
Could have been harder.
Who would be harder on us than Lee?
Have you been in Lycan's squad?
No?
I was.
What made that harder? Don't give me that look.
Have you met Lycan?
It's been a hot minute.
Well, take the chaos energy, super serious dad who's got like fucking 80 kids, and then his wife harping on his ass constantly while he's also inventing things to try and make sure the world runs properly, and he's trying to raise all his kids at the same time. Think about that for a second. Oh, and his wife almost died in the war. Twice.
Didn't he almost die too?
You don't
Twice?
care about that. It's Lycan.
Yeah.
Honestly, shocked to be alive still. We always give him shit, he's an old man now.
Fair enough.
All the teachers have their own things. Learn them and your life will become easier.
Any tips?
Yeah, shut up and listen.
Okay.
Give it about 2 months and you'll probably be able to fuck around with your teachers just as much as I do. I mean, I already know which four of your squad are going to be captains.
Do?
Yeah, of course.
We've already discussed that.
Of course they did. What do you think the first tests were for?
Huh. And you're not going to tell us, are you?
Oh, hell no. That's classified, buddy. I'll put it this way. You're sitting at the same skate park with one of them. And then she walks away.
He just kind of looks at Hiroto.
She said it to both of you. And now there's only 3 of you there.
Oh, if it's Akia, she's gonna be pissed.
If that is her, yeah. She's gonna hate all of us.
Oh, yeah. She doesn't want to be here, let alone be a captain. She doesn't want other people leaning on her like that.
No. But at the same time, if it's you or me, I doubt anybody's gonna be happy about it.
Fair.
Come on, DM, you look like you want to say something. I saw the lips quiver, like you're about to say something.
He's always got something to say. Some little quip.
Oh, you can just see it.
Nope.
Uh-huh.
Nothing to say.
Oh,
No,
you're
you
trying
want to
to...
let all that information out.
Remember, this is no mini campaign anymore, buddy.
I'm well aware.
Yeah.
I'm aware it's a mini campaign.
Trust me, you guys in this session have scratched and sniffed the surface, and that's about it.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
I'll say this. I gave one of you guys a hint on one of the NPCs that I'll be bringing in that's going to be a BBAG in this world. And trust me, I've talked to a lot of you during the week. Sorry, don't mind me.
Oh, I mind greatly.
Ah, well, that's too bad. Don't do it anyway.
Minding
Kebab.
intensifies.
So, is anyone else gonna do anything at this point, or are we just gonna sit here and stare at each other's eyes?
As appealing as that argument is, because I can move backwards and just block my view, but
And then just go into the darkness.
Don't make me
I mean,
pull a flashlight out and shine it into the fucking thing.
oh, you want to see a flash?
Don't think that's gonna work.
It might, okay?
It won't.
Good luck.
It really won't.
I kind of want to test it off
Honestly,
stream.
Oh my
because
God.
if that's reflected on my screen, it might pop back over here.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Hiroto, you don't like us much, do you?
I have an issue with Oni.
Why?
Lee didn't tell you how she found us.
No. They didn't tell us anything.
Kind of figured. The night Lee found us, it was... thought it was just going to be another regular night at the arena. But there were 2 individuals who were very unique compared to the other competitors. And granted, there had been Oni and other half Oni before, but these 2 seem to be on a different level. Unfortunately for me, one of my first major fights in the arena actually happened to be against one of them. Needless to say, I got ragdolled.
So,
Dang near killed me. Flea hadn't stepped in and broke it up the way she did, granted, the way she did turn the entire arena into a fucking horror film or horror show, people screaming and running, and yeah.
So you willingly put yourself into a fight, knowing you could be facing Oni. And because two of them were more powerful than you don't like all of us?
You know, when you actually have somebody trying to rip your throat out with their teeth, it tends to change your perspective.
That's fair. You hear from behind you. And Aki is sitting there with her board propped up.
And before you try judging me for fighting against them, in the capital, if you don't have coin, you are worth
fucked.
nothing more than a rat.
I'm not judging you for fighting against them.
Honestly, sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, a little.
If I had the
not.
strength to do it.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense.
Still doesn't make sense to me. Write off an entire race just because you don't like two people?
And how do you think humans think about Oni, or Oni think about humans?
Let's
Would
be
have been
honest.
mistreating them for years.
There's just a very unnatural vibe when it comes to Oni.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that happened to you.
Him too.
I say if it wasn't for Usada, I probably also would have died.
To who?
Usada? If he wasn't there to patch me up afterwards.
He seems like a good kid.
Did that a lot for me.
Honestly, I wish I had a family like you guys did.
The only thing about our family is that we're not actually all family. We're more of a family that we made rather than family that we chose.
Yeah, well, family I was a part of left me to fucking figure it out. Wish I had someone who'd look after me like that.
You know, he's had it pretty similar to what you had. Granted, very different at the same time.
Yeah, I know.
You know, he told you. For context, Keen, Usada was abandoned. If it wasn't for me and the others, mainly Mako, he probably wouldn't be here right now. And there's a lot of messed up shit going on in the capital right now.
So I heard.
What's happening in the capital?
Needless to say, anybody deemed abnormal is becoming less than a rat.
Then I suppose we've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Well, Hiroto, maybe we'll start with you. Prove that not all of us are bad.
I'd say all of you were. I'm just rather uncomfortable being close to many of you. needless to say, if it weren't for me joining, I probably wouldn't be having a conversation with any. At least not willingly.
Fair enough.
And in the unfortunate state of the living that I was in, probably cost me some coin because I'd be backing out of a few fights. Because to hell with going through that again.
Did you ever catch its name?
I don't quite remember it. I just know that those two were fucking powerful. And genuinely terrifying. If I remember right, one was kind of scrawny, and the other one made Corellius look like a dwarf.
Yeah. There's quite a few that are like that, actually. I don't know if your dad ever tells you these things, Keen, but a lot of different Oni have been showing up.
No, he hasn't told me that.
He's probably just trying to protect you.
Yeah.
This, she'll jump over the back of it, plop down between the both of you. Still got a big ass black eye. Starting to heal though. Did I tell you who beat the shit out of me? Looks at you, Hiroto. I understand it a lot better than you think. I'm only half Oni. Technically, I don't belong to the fucking world of man or the world of Oni. Too powerful to talk with the humans. Too weak for the Oni. So one day, this kid bigger than me decided he was going to pick a fight. He was full Oni. That's how this happened. Shattered. No, not fractured, not broken. No, shattered. Entire optical socket. My eye pretty much imploded. Luckily, my mother knew somebody who could get me a fake eye. Turned out more real than she thought. The only reason she got it was so that I looked normal-esque. I mean, can you imagine having a Satoka wander the streets with an entire eye missing? That'd be terrible for the reputation. God forbids that. But about this moment, you hear another set of footsteps. And Meadery is walking to the park.
I'm just saying at this point, Akatsuki is completely lost in the city.
Shocker. Fucking shocker. But hey, enough of this sad talk. Why don't we run back to the dorms? Get a bite to eat.
Yeah.
And maybe you guys can help me with something.
What do you need help with?
Let's see.
Okay.
Sure.
And at this point, you hear, "Oh shit!" Poof! and you turn around and see Sato is trying to skateboard back
Oh.
and is covered in scrapes everywhere.
Oh, poor guy.
Also, feel free to add 40 gold to your inventory as you guys get a 40 gold allowance for the week, each week at the school. Someone does not get 40 gold. Minus that from your debt.
Oh, we weren't even keeping track of what my debt was.
I was.
Motherfucker.
Of course he was.
Would you like to tell me so I can make note of it?
No.
Okay, I'm back at 0.
Well, everybody's getting gold. You look at your account and it's like, there's still nothing there.
Okay.
I feel like an asshole now.
Isato, once again, attempts to skateboard over. Akia still kind of looks like she's lost in thought at the moment, so she's not noticing this. Midori looks over. What is this, just the hangout spot now?
Apparently.
Something.
Hopefully Akatsuki doesn't show up.
You're avoiding him?
He doesn't need the extra stress.
Stress from what?
He's already got enough on his mind. He doesn't need to be worrying about me too.
I think if you're trying to openly avoid him, that's just going to cause him to worry more.
He doesn't know that.
Are you
Okay.
sure?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he was.
Okay,
trying to find you
he
earlier.
showed up to Pamera's bakery, and I did leave because he was having fangirl moment with Lycan.
Oh.
Who the heck is that?
Lycan Parker? That's Machiko's dad.
The inventor.
And
The person who invented the cars driving all over the place.
And Oni sunscreen.
For specific Oni.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I've been feeling off lately, and I don't know what it is. And he keeps asking, so I don't have an answer for him. I want him to stop asking. Just leave me alone. It's already too much work to put on a mask for everyone else.
Yeah, if you told him to stop asking, have you told him that you want some space?
Well, I don't want him to think I hate him.
Just
you could always just explain that.
Well, do you know how emotional Akatsuki is? He takes everything personally.
He does seem to be a bit of a dandy boy.
Out of
not
character.
wrong.
Fucking hell.
Oh, that's so true.
I don't want him to think I'm mad at him. I'm not mad at him. It's just...
Then explain that to him.
Well, Have you tried explaining that to somebody who breaks down in tears when you got a boo-boo?
Yes.
And how did it work? When you told them they couldn't fix you.
Let's do Asada. They found a way.
But it stressed him out to do it more. Isada, shut up! It didn't stress me out! Poof! At this point, Akia turns around. Oh, buddy, your form is so off.
Oh, we gotta start with the basics.
You should probably work on your basics.
Shut up.
You know them, you don't practice them.
Yeah, okay.
How about the one day you tried to use the half pipe and about ate the fucking pavement?
You want to teach me?
I thought we were gonna go and help her with this other thing that she still has yet to explain.
I told you I'd tell you when we get there. What are you telling us when we get there? Akatsuki, you've been wandering, and you start to hear Akia saying something very loud, and then you hear Midori's voice.
Okay, he's going to follow the voices because he's already very freaked out. It's not been a good time. Yeah.
Before long, as this end of this conversation right here is coming about, you see Akatsuki come around the corner. Midori's got her back to him. Do you guys warn her?
Midori, he's coming.
Oh, I've got to get to the...
Don't run.
Guess I'll see you guys later. She just starts walking slowly.
Grab her by the shoulder. No.
That's not the kind of running I meant.
When Akatsuki finally gets over there, just sees all of them, is like,
Oh, Akatsuki! There you are!
yes. Sorry.
How was your day?
Don't ask.
Well, I just did.
Aside from being lost for the last... not important. Midori, are you... I'm sorry, I know I'm asking a lot, but... You've been acting so strange lately.
Akatsuki, let it drop.
Okay.
Just... when she wants to talk, she'll talk. Just be there for her until then.
Right.
Midori's like... And the smile fades.
How about you just explain it to him? Midori.
I know.
You know you can tell me anything.
Just don't want to stress you out more. You're already got everything else on your mind.
Yes, yeah. but I can make time for my best friend.
I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know what's wrong.
Well, that's all you really had to say.
Well, don't take this the wrong way. The last time I said that, you about broke down in tears.
Yes, I know. I'm not exactly the most stable.
That's not what I meant.
But it's still true. I don't have as good a grip on my emotions as I thought I did.
Does it make you unstable?
Well, that's not what I meant. That's not the kind of unstable I meant, but... You know you can be honest with me.
Well, yeah, I just... After everything with, you know who, and the test, and all of this, you know how hard it is to put that stress on your best friend?
I'm aware of that. Honestly, I've felt terrible since then.
And also, you need to stop blaming yourself for spearing me. You didn't mean to.
It's just...
I'm sorry, I read your journal.
You read my journal?
Again. You left it out in the living room. I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
Or
Well,
diary, whatever you want to call it.
well, I'm having a lot of trouble myself. Things have been weird and different, and I'm not sure how I feel about it myself. So I completely understand that you don't know what you're dealing with.
I mean, let's be honest, I wear a mask pretty good. Sometimes. This last week has been hard.
Yes, it has.
And at this, Akia kind of crosses her arms, looks over at you, Akatsuki. I have one more thing. Akia just kind of butts in. I think you and I should stop by the hospital, Akatsuki.
The hospital? Why?
Really?
I'm not sure what you're... Just kind of looking to everyone for, like, because he's completely clueless.
Your last name's Sutoka. You have the same eye color as my mother. You have the same hair color as my mother. You have the same build as me. You look almost identical to me. If you cut your hair short and started acting like a punk, you could probably confuse everybody.
Well...
Finally, somebody else says it.
I want to put a... I just want to put a close on all this. If you are, you are. If not, it's whatever.
Alright then.
And that's where we will pick up next week, guys.
Oh.
All right. So, for those of you who are watching, hi Zone. Nice job coming online. I saw that.
Sorry.
I saw that.
My internet, it's, you know.
Thank you guys for stopping in and watching. I hope you guys had a good time. Remember that if you ever see these heated debates between characters, none of this is anything malicious between players and DM. We're all great. A main thing about D&D is a lot of the times you stop being a smartass. A lot of D&D players and DMs actually use their NPCs and characters to deal with some emotional fucking problems. But at the end of the day, we're all friends just playing a very tragic game of D&D. I was going to say friendly. I figured that would not cover it. But it was an absolute joy. I will be getting the second episode of... Well, technically the first episode. First session of Island of Cruelty up by, hopefully, early this week. What the heck is that on the floor? Oh, okay. Other than that, I will then be, within the next week, getting this session up. So if anyone has missed any of the previous sessions, feel free to jump onto my page, go check out the Island of Cruelty Campaign 1 folder, and in there is where all the updates for all my videos will be. But as for this week, and this wonderful, emotional, fucking joyride, thank you guys for stopping in, and we will all see you guys at the next session. Peace out, folks.